Welcome back to Top of the Key. I'm Nikki Fargas. In this segment, we're shining a light on the end of the season honors in the WNBA. These awards highlight the hustle, depth, and new talent making a big impact this season. Carolyn Peck and Krista Blanc are here to help us break it all down. All right, ladies, you ready to get started?
Yep.
Ready. All right, let's start. Let's start with Paige Bueckers. When we talk about Rookie of the Year for Dallas, her immediate impact as a floor general has just been phenomenal.
She has come into the league being the #1 draft pick, and she has been in double figures so far this season in every game. And that's not easy to do for a rookie. And she doesn't look like she's had really a huge learning curve. Like, she has stepped on the floor and been ready to go. And I love the decision making that Paige Bueckers makes. I love how she's made Arike a better player, Arike Ogunbowale. And I think that that's a sign of a young player when they come in the league. That puts them, I think, at the top of the category and the impact she's having on veterans.
Her composure is just incredible. I mean, when you see this player, that there's a lot of pressure on this #1 pick, right? And you come in, but she's just having fun. She's really enjoying herself. She's had a little bit of time off, but you think about a player that went all the way to the championship game in the college game. There's not a lot of time in between, and this player comes in and takes on this big load here and is playing with, one of the best that's played in the W in Arike. I mean, she's one of the best scorers that's ever been there, and to be able to really gel with her immediately and bring this team together, it's a lot. It's really something for a first-year player.
We've got to talk about Washington's Kiki Earth, and she has been phenomenal, physical interior presence for this Washington Mystics team.
It's just remarkable to see. I can't hardly think of other words for these people, because what they're doing in their first year coming in, they are starters. They are taking over starting roles, and they are leaders. They are leading the way, and there are some incredible bigs in the W. And Kiki has come right in, and what I love about her is her confidence. She doesn't shy away. I mean, we've seen her against Asia Wilson. It's like, I know who you are, but I'm taking it at you, and she's not afraid to.
And then, Carolyn, on Washington's team, we also have another Rookie of the Year candidate in Citron, Sanaya Citron. Let's talk about her game.
Sonia Citron is another one of those guards that comes in with great composure. And I think that Sid Johnson has all the confidence in the world when a game is close and tight to go to a rookie. That, I think, in itself just shows what kind of impact that she has had in this league.
As we talk about the defense and end of the season awards, let's talk about the Defensive Player of the Year award. And you mentioned Alyssa Thomas for Phoenix. Defensive versatility. It allows her to neutralize either a point guard, to what we talked about, how she can defend 1 through 5.
Yeah, Alyssa Thomas, undersized, barely 6 feet, a little over 6 feet, will also bang with the bigs in the paint. And I think her strength and rebounding. I mean, that's where, getting triple doubles. She can get the points and assists, but she gets inside rebounds as well.
Yeah, she can play so much bigger. She's really fun to watch.
Another player who's fun to watch and who plays on both sides of basketball and who has that wingspan and who can recover and is a rim protector is our Las Vegas Aces, Asia Wilson.
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you, when you want to build a team and you want to think about how good you want to be defensively, you want Asia Wilson to be your backstop. Her rotations, her timing, and she's got the pedigree of playing volleyball, right?
Yeah,
her extension and to be able to defend without fouling, I think is so impressive.
She does. She knows the rule is the verticality. She's got to stay straight up, and she does it so well. She's worked on that just relentlessly, and the timing of her shot blocking ability. She's a natural lefty as it is, which I think it's a big plus, especially against a lot of right-handed shooters. But her timing to not let her body get in the way also really stands out.
Let's talk about Minnesota, because they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, and their defense is centered and anchored by Nafisa Collier.
Well, Nafisa, again, another one of these players that can defend all over the floor. One of the key offenses in the WNBA is ball screen defense, and a lot of times it's a big switching on to a little coming off those screens. Well, Nafisa Collier, she defends like a guard. So, they can switch that with ease because of how her agility, her foot speed, the things that she can do, and then also rebounding.
So as far as the most improved player, let's start with Atlanta. Let's start with Alicia Gray and how she has just taken on this larger role and responsibility for the Atlanta Dream.
Well, I think Alicia Gray, Carl Semesco, when he came to Atlanta, brought a new system, and he told her, this is going to play right into how you play, and she's taken full advantage. You can see the confidence in the 5-out offense and her ability to really keep the defense on their heels. and her ability to shoot the basketball. Her numbers, the increase, the percentage-wise and production is off the chart.
And another player on Atlanta's team who has elevated her game because she played typically in the post, a small forward, is Naz Hillman, and her ability now to stretch the defense because she's so efficient from the three-point line.
Yeah, I think, when you talk about most improved, these are players, all these players are working on something with their game, but some of them just really jump out at you. And Naz definitely, when you thought of her, you thought big, strong post player, but for her to extend her game out and say, I want to be, when we talk about that versatile player, she's now much more versatile, and she's taken big leaps up this year.
When you look at most improved, is it a matter of minutes or is it the opportunity? And I think that Naz is a combination of both. Now, she got minutes last year, but now the opportunity to really show and shine the work she's done in the offseason, the numbers that she's putting up. And like you said, knocking down the three-point shot, I'm like, whoa.
Another very confident player for Los Angeles, we've got to talk about Azurá Stevens and how she's expanded her game.
Yeah, incredible start for her in particular on the season. And without Cameron Brink to start the season for the Sparks, they really needed a player like Azurá Stevens. But talk about inside outside, and she's one of the longest players in the league, but her game, again, great hands, good passer. I've really been impressed with her this year.
Let's move to sixth player of the year. And this position, we looked at players who had some starts, but more importantly, they qualified for the Sixth Player of the Year award. Let's start with Kennedy Burke, though, instant impact scorer who comes off the bench.
Well, when you look at, let's look back at the Aces. The Aces, the 2 years that they won the championship, it was because they had that Sixth Player of the Year. And I think that Kennedy Burke is that sixth player that comes off the bench for New York, that puts New York as a contender to win back-to-back championships because of the impact when she comes into the game. She runs the floor. She is a bucket that you can count on. Like when she goes in the game, the New York Liberty, they don't go down, they go up another level.
Jessica Shepard from Minnesota, she's a player that when she comes in, basically you're talking about your second unit offense. She is the one who often jump starts that for them.
Oh, definitely. When you're wanting to get, want to change kind of the complexion of the game and you take Alana Smith off the floor, or you have to take Nafisa Collier off the floor. Jessica Shepard, and she may be an undersized post player, but that young lady doesn't have any fear.
This is a player that you maybe thought, her career might be done. She's had so many injuries. Minnesota hadn't brought her back in, and now they do. And she's hungry. She's giving them something every time she comes in. She is ready and on the attack. And I don't know, I wouldn't want her guarding me either. I might have to put her in some other categories too.
Carolyn, you mentioned earlier that how the Las Vegas Aces have had so many Sixth Women of the Year, from Kelsey Plum to Tiffany Hayes to Alicia Clark. Let's talk about Dana Evans and her ability to potentially heat up quickly when she comes into the game, but how she definitely impacts the game.
Well, Dana Evans is a scoring point guard. And what she does for the Aces, not just her points or running the point, but her ability to come in the game, and then it allows Becky Hammond to move Chelsea Gray off the ball. And so Chelsea can play a 2 or she can play a 4, you can play small ball, but that's when you bring a player like Dana Evans in. She allows the Aces to really play in very versatile kind of ways.
Well, I definitely don't want to be on that committee who's going to have to choose these awards, but that's our look at the front runners for these awards on Top of the Key. Thanks to Carolyn Peck and Krista Blanc for joining me. We'll keep watching as these storylines unfold all the way to the end of the season.